Hello, my children. Pharaoh has arrived. That's the most, unconvincing Pharaoh ever, let's be honest, right? Hey, how's it going, guys? We're going to be doing a little bit of Egypt Old Kingdom today. And I want to start with the prologue here of organized migration. I've named my pharaoh Ahmonhotep. I thought it sounded Egyptian, so hopefully it doesn't stand for, donkey or something. But we're going to go ahead and select this first one, and we're going to get started in the game here, guys. I have limited experience in the game, but I am certain that I can learn more and more. Another thing I love about this game, besides just the amazing art style, is the historical knowledge that it imparts. So really fascinating stuff. This, of course, is talking about the remains of a city on the Indus River Basin. Hopefully it will be one of these great empires. But to do that, it's going to take some work. So here we go, guys. First, we need to, of course, increase our tribe size to 5. So we're going to go ahead, drop our first guy here. We don't know where we are yet. Obviously, somewhere in Egypt or in the Middle East, but we're not sure until we actually start venturing out to locate new areas. And we're going to get that option pretty soon. As you can see right here, we get to go ahead and explore the neighborhood. So I can't wait to see what we locate here. I'm sorry, this might be in the area of Memphis. Not Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis, Georgia. Okay, here we go. So, drop this guy here. And interesting, we already found something here of use. Now, there's a floodplain here, and we can actually turn this into flax fields. The reason flax fields are great is they actually add production. So I'm going to go ahead and start building this flax field. You can see the animation change there. And we want to go ahead and end the turn. As soon as we can, I will get a guy to explore over here, but first I want to increase our population. After we get that flax field built, that shouldn't be too much of an issue. Eventually, we'll also be able to choose our cult, and we'll be able to choose our technology from the tech tree. That's what I'm really looking forward to. Alright, there we go, guys. Our flax field is up. Nice, beautiful thing, but unfortunately, we have some impudent hyenas that have been charmed by evil spirits, and they're actually at this settlement where we have our flax. Don't want them destroying our flax fields, and I'm not even sure if that's a possibility, but I know for sure that they can kill our people. Now, we can actually worship these hyenas, which will actually gain us a little bit of growth in relations with other people. It will also gain some faith, or is it called faith? Favor with the gods. But I think I want to kill these guys. Sorry. We need the food anyway, so let's go for the kill. And I'd really like to get that second. There he is. Let's send him over here. And something is happening here. There's an abandoned settlement. We can actually go ahead and investigate it. There's also a small tribe of hunter-gatherers, and we can invite them to actually join us. So let's do that, because we need as many people as we can get. One thing to keep in mind, though, is this game, culture is very important. So if you have a bunch of cultures that don't mix well, and you don't give them enough time to assimilate, you can have some problems, guys. I'm going to go ahead and investigate this abandoned settlement. Always interesting things to find. But the problem here is, you can see we're losing a lot of different resources. So we need to build some new things. Or at least get our guys over here, hunting, etc. So as for our technology, I always want to get to the Chiefdom Technology, which is all the way over here, because that allows us to actually ask people to join us, ask people to assimilate. So I'm going to start with tribe here. Oh, that's right, we already have tribe, so let's do craftsmanship. And as you can see, these each have different things. Hold on. Bullet! Stop! Stop that! And look, Bullet made an appearance in the video. He's clearly been channeled by the Egyptian dog gods. I think actually we want to get the barracks. So cosmetics would give us faith, this would give us food, and this would give us craftsmanship. Let's go for the craftsmanship. I think that's definitely the right thing to do. Love the little sound effects in the game. And of course, all those hyenas are now gone. Now we can actually focus on our technologies, or not our technologies, excuse me, our cults. But apparently our cult development is still not available. So let's end the turn. Okay, we have contacted our first people, and these guys call themselves the Wheat Tribe. They showed us their lands. We found people that tried to be neutral to us. So we've got to act carefully with these guys. We obviously don't want to be too nice or too nasty. In fact, we can actually trade with them to get a little bit of an income. So after we're done searching this settlement, I'm actually going to send someone. There's some envoys. I also like the way they look. Very interesting looking people, and we're going to be finding a bunch of different tribes as we progress through the game. So this should be fascinating. Okay, there we go, guys. We can worship a god, and the one that I like the most, honestly, they all have different you know, sort of positives. But I think the one we need is Ptah. This one really gives us a lot of craftsmanship, and he's absolutely great for sort of a starting player. At least that's what I've noticed. We also want to start getting some sort of luxury goods so we can start making these, but it's going to take a little while, and probably we're going to need a little more population. In fact, I'm going to have this guy go over here and search. We have enough food to last. And this place looks pretty dead. There's not much here. Yeah, let's start interacting with these guys. So I think what I'm going to do, we can eventually attack them, but not yet. I'm going to try and trade with them. So trade is one good way to not only get some bonuses here, or getting some luxuries, etc., but also to grow our relationship and our friendship with these people. We don't necessarily want to go straight to war, although it can be pretty fun, let's be honest. Okay. Can't build anything here, so the wadi is almost totally useless. I'm going to take our flax worker for now and actually have him go here. Try and sort of survey the area a bit. Frequent rains have drenched the savannah. This is great, guys. So this is going to actually give us a food bonus. And as you can see, we can actually see the rain effects. I'm absolutely loving it. The city patrons. The patron god you choose in the prologue, Leju, Ptah, Horus, or Seth. Yeah, I know that. And of course, we've taken Ptah. I also think we can discover a new technology, if I'm not mistaken. Go for cosmetics, guys. Everybody needs to look good. And if you see that, like, I want you to jump back to that. I can't jump back, but that, yes, we can. The thing that these women have on their heads, this sort of cone, that's actually oil dropped on top. I don't remember what the white thing is, but I actually read about this, and it just seems to me like it's scented oil, like a weird way to to try and look beautiful. Let's say. Okay, what do we got here? So we could potentially build something here. There's a floodplain. Great place to build things. And we actually have a map of Egypt here eventually, which is going to show us exactly where in Egypt we are, whether upper or lower Egypt, or even potentially sort of east of Egypt. But I think even Israel and all that area, Jordan, etc. I think it's included in the game. I could be mistaken, but I'm fairly sure it is. Let's see. We don't want to change our cult. What we really want to do is get a new worker. But as you can see, this actually costs food. And we need to get that food before we do anything else. So let's go ahead and get some grain fields. This is going to automatically produce food, which would definitely be helpful. And one thing I really want to do, guys, is build barracks eventually. We've got to get barracks, because right now, we are not a threat politically, or militarily, I should say. We just aren't. It shows us the amount of soldiers we have. 19, it's just not enough. There are beautiful fields, and I just love in the game how these things go together so well. The fields, the wheat fields and the flax fields, just a great job. We could also go ahead and inspect more areas. I think we will. Same with this guy. We're going to lose a lot of food in this process, but I think it's absolutely worth it. Ascended Outsider. One of our people was accepted into the Wheat Tribe. Over time, he became a full-fledged member of the society, ascended to power, and brought the tribe to prosperity. That improved relations of our tribes. That's actually really cool. So this outsider, you know, obviously has now improved relations with this tribe. And if we unlock that chiefdom thing, the technology, then we're actually going to be able to convince these people just to join us without even so much as a fight. So this is what I want, the primitive army. Let's see if I can skip to discover it, and I can. That's great. So eventually, we are going to be investigating how to get that army going, guys. This looks promising. Let's see, what is this? So first of all, there are swamps here, and apparently that only gives oh, nothing can be built here. Oh, that's too bad. That doesn't make sense. So maybe we can get rid of the swamps. Yes! It's going to take 4 turns, though, guys, but this area has, I think these are acacia trees. This can be a very fertile area for development, but I think we're going to worry about it later. Let's keep searching, see what we can find. And I'll let them trade another turn, but eventually I'm going to bring that guy back. School of Fish. Ah, interesting. So we can actually maybe get some fish in this area. But I wonder if we're going to actually get more wheat staying here at the field, and I think we probably will. So we're going to put one of our guys there. And let's see if on these hills we could potentially build some barracks. Yes! Finally, guys. We can start creating a proper civilization. At least to me, it's essential that you go for the barracks. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to worship Ptah again. We can essentially change our worship whenever we feel like it. Well, I think it's every 4 turns. Ptah right now seems good. The problem is we are having serious problems with production. That's not good. So I'm going to see if I can get into the Flax Field, but the production alone is just really bad. Actually, almost a little shocking. There are different ways to go ahead and just get an instant, how can I put this, sort of an instant increase in our production. But to do that, we actually have to find a resource. Ancestral Duty. Alright, another generation of ancestor rulers have departed for the land of the dead. Unfortunately, in this case, you know, we need to do something so that the people don't go crazy. Of course, when a pharaoh dies, it's a big deal. I'm almost thinking we might have to put the barracks on a halt, because they're just not going to be built if we don't have enough production. So I'm going to have to wait, sorry guys, to build those barracks. But once we get enough to build them, we'll absolutely go straight for that. What do we want to do with this fellow? We could have him working in the wheat fields. Unfortunately, this area is not that great. All you can really get from this area is food. No other bonuses. That's a bit concerning. What we really want to do is try to unlock something that's going to give us production, but I don't think we have anything like that. Let's get the domestication of cats. Keep our people happy, at least. And as soon as we have enough, guys, production, I'm going to jump over and finish those barracks. But right now, we need to find other ways to get an income. Pretty soon here, we're going to be able to get another person. And the drought is over, so we're actually gaining quite a bit of food once again. It's definitely helpful. Once again, we'll worship Ptah. Now, if we're at war, we could go for a more warlike god that gives us actual bonuses in combat. But that's not the case right now. And there we go, our next settler. It's about time. And maybe we'll be able to build at least, we'll be able to get the barracks down to 1. Unfortunately, production is not at 6, and the barracks is not going to be completed. So we'll have to get out of here quickly again, and let's actually go trade with those people again. They seemed alright, the wheat people. Pretty non-threatening name, to be honest with you. We could also raid them, guys. We actually have 22 soldiers. We have way more soldiers than them. But for now, I'm just going to try and trade and hopefully build our relationship that way. Rather not resort to violence, but, you know, we've got to do what we've got to do. We are the children of Pharaoh, so technically, we can do whatever the hell we want. Favorable inundation of the Nile. So the Nile always sort of floods every year, and in this case, it was perfect for growing food. And what we're going to try to do, we can either save this food or we can organize a feast, which will increase favor. I'm actually going to save the food. I think we need that one-time use of food for sure. And I think now we can actually complete the barracks, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, we can, boys and girls. Yes, we can. Now, I should have actually built another settler, and I can now. And we have made contact with the lion people. They showed us their lands, found these people to be neutral to us. We'd better act carefully, etc. Yeah, of course. I don't trust these guys. And they seem to be kind of interested in war, at least from the looks of that bow in their hands. To establish order and stability, the gods command us to mix with the local tribes. Shameful! So that we will live in unity. Encourage assimilation through interaction. So it's pretty much that. We have to basically bring all these clans to us. And we can do that through warfare. We can do that through trade. Or just through mutual respect. So in this case with these people, I am going to once again trade. Trade really is so important in this part of the world, or at this time period, of course. I mean, it's just essential. And we'll get this guy over here. And unfortunately, if we get another settler, it's not really a settler, but another worker, it's actually not necessarily going to be good for us, because we'll be going over our limit. So we need to wait a bit, unfortunately, before that happens. Now, this is interesting. We can get a one-time boost. I didn't see this before. We can get a one-time boost of supplies here by turning in 10 food. That's pretty interesting stuff. Now that we do have these soldiers, though, my friends, we should consider the potential that maybe we go to war eventually with one of these people, show our dominance, and essentially take over in this part of the Nile. I think we've been pretty friendly with these people, and they're also across the Nile from us. Maybe we should go for the Lion people. They do seem to be a bit of a threat, and it looks like they've got 18 defenders just here. We've got 26 warriors. Still a little too close to call, so I'm going to wait a bit. But it's good to see that our people are absolutely prospering, little by little, and hopefully we'll turn into one of the great empires of the time. If you guys like this and want this series to continue, make sure to hit that like button and drop a comment down below. Also, subscribe to our channel if you are new. And thank you for watching.